Commissioner Siciliano will not be joining us tonight. He's texted me and said he's very busy on a job. But we have 4 commissioners, so we have a quorum and we can call to order the August 25th, 2021 meeting of the Springfield Board of License Commissioners, 5:31 p.m. on Zoom. I have 4 commissioners present. Commissioner Siciliano is absent. Excuse me, but we have a quorum, so we can continue. Commissioners, the first order of business is approval of the minutes of the hearing of August 11th. Have we had an opportunity to review the minutes?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, anybody have any changes or corrections or additions?
No.
Nope.
Okay, then I make a motion to accept the minutes of the hearing of August 11th, 2021 as presented. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay.
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Signatory, yes, thank you. First item on the agenda is a continued petition for a change of manager for Blue Tarp Redevelopment, LLC, DBA Essentials, located at 1 MGM Way, and Gary Evangelista is the proposed manager of record. And Namako, have we had any input on this change of manager since the previous meeting?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's been no public input on this change of manager request. Do commissioners have any questions?
No.
All right. Hearing none, then I make a motion. We go into discussion and vote. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Signatory, yes. Okay, so we have manager who's been there a while, and this is the convenience store in the lobby of MGM where guests can purchase alcohol to bring back to their room. So it's a, not to minimalize it, but it's not a high impact license. And we have an experienced manager there. I see no reason why we should not approve them. Does anybody feel differently?
Nope.
Okay, I make a motion then to approve a petition for change of manager for Blue Tarp Redevelopment LLC, DBA Essentials, located at 1 MGM Way, Gary Evangelista, the manager of record. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Signatory, yes. Okay, thank you. We'll send this on to Boston. Thanks, Jane.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, it's a continued petition for a transfer of license for 881 Carew Street LLC to Fuego Sports Bar LLC, DBA Fuego Sports Bar, located at 885 Carew Street. And Attorney Kelly, is Ralph LaBerge the manager who is staying on? Is that how this is working?
Same manager, same manager.
Yes, staying on. All right. Okay.
A few years ago when the last manager passed.
Okay. Namako, have we had any input from the public since the previous meeting on this transfer?
No, Mr. Chairman.
No. Okay. Commissioners, do we have any questions for Attorney Kelly?
No.
All right. I make a motion that we go into discussion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay.
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Mr. Signatory, yes. Okay. So we have a complete transfer of license. The business is transferring from the Blarney Stone Tavern to Fuego Sports Bar, and Ralph LaBerge is staying on as the manager of record, one of, if not the smallest liquor licensees in the city, tiny little place. I see no reason why we should not approve this if there's been no public input. Does anybody have a differing opinion?
No.
Attorney Kelly, we did discuss the outstanding tax bills for the license, and they have not been paid.
Right, I know that one of them has it, not the real estate, the other one, I think you mentioned there was like a health department.
Personal property bill.
Yeah, I think I have proof of the payment of that, but the real estate taxes, I'll email it to you. I have that.
Oh.
but the property taxes, Mr. Chairman, I've been calling the attorney for the landlord, and we've seen the results so far. So we are aware they will not be able to get the ball rolling until those are paid.
All right, so what our new improved method is that we vote on the license issue and pending payment of the outstanding amounts to the city, and then the license is not released until the obligation is met, but at least it could go to the ABCC.
Appreciate that. They are aware of that. And
Okay, all right. Commissioners, then are we in a discussion about, make a motion, we go into discussion and vote on this. Do I hear a second?
Okay.
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Mr. Ramirez,
Yes.
Mr. Signature, yes. Okay, so we're going to transfer the license and pending payment of taxes, and we've done this several times before. So I would make a motion that we approve a transfer of license from 881 Carew Street LLC to Fuego Sports Bar LLC, DBA Fuego Sports Bar, located at 885 Carew Street, Ralph LaBerge, manager of record, with the license not to be released to the new business until the outstanding personal property taxes for 2022 are paid, at least Q1, and the outstanding real estate taxes, which total today $4,473.21. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mr. Cade,
Yes.
Mr. Espinosa,
Yes.
Mr. Ramirez,
Yes.
Mr. Signature, yes. Okay, Dan, we're gonna send this on to Boston, but these bills have to be paid in order to pick up the license once it comes back. All right?
yes, absolutely.
And if you need me to email them to you, I'll be happy to do that.
No, but I'm going to see if I can pull out the receipt that they've given me on one of the
Oh.
property ones.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
all set.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, next item. Stack of papers here is a petition for a new all alcohol annual restaurant license for, is it SC Springfield LLC? Attorney Hugh?
Good afternoon. Yes, it is. The name
Okay.
of the corporation.
And the DBA is Shaking Crab.
That's correct.
And this is located at 1373 Main Street, which is the former location of JT Sports Bar, for those of you who are trying to picture where it's going to be. And the proposed manager of record is Minji. Is that how you, Minji, your mic's not on.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it- You pronounce it Minji?
Minji, yeah.
Minji Lee. And Minji, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience running our alcohol-related business?
So I have been in the restaurant and bar business since 2010. So I have, little over 10 years experience. I own a restaurant and bar in Weymouth. We've been there like over 10 years.
And you serve alcohol there?
Oh, yes, yeah, we had alcohol.
Okay, okay. And have you ever been a manager of record on a liquor license before?
Yes, yeah,
You have?
yeah.
You're- Are you currently?
No, we
No.
sold the restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good,
Yeah.
good answer. Okay. And you live where?
I live in Quincy, but I am moving down to the Springfield area as soon
All
as
right.
I get approval.
Okay. As the manager of record, we expect our managers to live nearby,
Yeah.
not, not in the same building, but in the neighborhood,
yeah.
in our surrounding community at least, so that we're sure if there's an issue, you can be there quickly.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we welcome you to Springfield.
Thank you.
Okay. And this will be your full-time job, yes?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so how many hours a week do you expect to be there?
I'm expecting at least 40 to 50 hours a week.
All right,
Minimum, yeah.
okay. And Minji, how many employees will you have serving alcohol?
How many? I would say 2 to 3.
2 to 3?
Yeah.
Okay. You have the restaurant you had that served alcohol, Was that in Massachusetts?
Yes, yep,
So are you familiar with tip certification?
yes. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I have
Okay.
those, yeah,
All right. So we want you and
Mhm.
all of your employees to be tip certified.
sure, yeah,
Okay. And those expire. So you have to keep them renewed.
yeah,
Okay. And you have to keep a copy of the certificate on file.
okay,
So typically in a restaurant or a bar, a violation would be either a disturbance or a serving to minor. So if there is a violation, you are answerable to this commission and you are expected to bring the tip certification for the employee who overserved if that was the violation. Do you understand that?
yep. Mhm.
Okay. Now, as the manager of record, a very important role, more important than the owner actually, is you are the face of Shaking Crab to the citizens, to the Board of License Commissioners, and to the police. You understand and accept the responsibility of this role.
Yes,
Okay. Now, I sat in on your previous presentations to quietly down in the corner, not saying anything, to the neighborhood council and to the planning board. And you stated that your hours will be noon to 11 p.m. Is that correct?
who can you confirm that?
Yes, that is written on our application.
Okay, so the license will carry those hours, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. And at 11 p.m., the doors close and there are no customers on the premises. Employees can remain to clean up and prep for the next day, but at 11 p.m., the customers are off premise. That's our understanding of what closing is?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
okay. Now, your occupancy, you gave us a floor plan, which is, I don't know, you're probably not aware of it, but I'm sitting in City Hall right now, and so you're right across the street from me, and that was the old City Hall happy hour location. So I am very familiar with the inside of what JT's looked like, and from your floor plan, it really hasn't changed much. Are you changing that floor plan, or are you going to leave that pretty much like it is?
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Okay, so you stated previously that your occupancy was 88 seats,
88,
88 seats, people, your 88 chairs for people to dine in.
That's right. That's including the bar, the seats at the bar.
Okay, and there's, I believe you said 6 to 10 seats at the bar.
yes, yeah,
All right, so that 88 includes the seats at the bar. So less than 100 people.
yes, yeah,
All right,
Mhm.
and this is a true restaurant, and you're going to have 10% of sales to alcohol and the rest to food.
yeah, about that, yeah, yeah, we don't
Okay.
do much alcohol. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And I have you included a copy of your menu with your application. And is this it's not really an Asian cuisine, right? It seems to go Cajun.
Yeah, Cajun seafood, yeah.
Cajun seafood.
Yeah.
Okay. And you put it described this process. Is it all pretty much the same with different seasonings?
Yes, yeah.
So tell us how you make this food.
So usually we just boil the seafood, and then we put different seasonings on it, like you just said. Yeah,
And then
seasoning.
you bring it all to the table with all that seasoning on it.
Yes, yeah.
Right, okay. One of the members of the Armored Quadrangle was so excited that she was getting Cajun food in Springfield. Okay. I'm not sure I have any other questions. Commissioners, do you have questions? We do have I don't know if I sent this to you. I sent you a couple things today. We have a true menu here and a floor plan, which is the same floor plan as was before. And it's a restaurant that's open noon to 11 p.m. Any questions for Minji or Attorney Hu?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Just like you did with, have you been to planning board once or twice?
Me?
You and the
Yeah.
attorney.
Yeah, we did twice. Yeah,
What, you've been twice already?
yeah.
All right, so you're done with planning board.
Actually, because our last week's Wednesday's meeting with the planning board,
Yes,
they were not able to vote on it because there
Right.
was no public participation.
All
So
right.
the voting itself will be next Wednesday.
all right, so you've been once, and now you're here. This is our little process of trying to expedite some of these new licenses along because of this bifurcated schedule we have that allows for public input. So you are here today on the 25th, and then you'll be at planning board on September 1st, and then you'll be back to license commission on September 8th for a decision. We work the same way the planning board does. And there is I think I forwarded you this, commissioners. There is a letter from Armory Quadrangle Civic Association. At our August 4th, 2021 Aqua Board meeting, we met with Minji Lee and Mei Hui, I hope I'm saying that right, Mei Hui Hugh, the legal representative, about plans for a new restaurant at 1373 Main Street. Mr. Lee has opened similar concept restaurants in Newton, Quincy, New York, and New Jersey. The menu is Cajun food that needs both hands to enjoy. The restaurant will seat 88 with 6 to 10 seats at a bar. Alcohol is only 10% of the revenue, and there is no entertainment. Requested hours are noon to 11 p.m., 7 days a week. There will also be takeout and delivery. The board voted unanimously to support, signed Betsy Johnson, Armory Quadrangle Civic Association president. Always good to be on the good side of your neighborhood council. So, if nobody has any questions, I will make a motion to continue this to our September 8th hearing. Do I
Second.
hear a second?
Second.
Second,
All right. Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Signatory, yes. Okay, you passed round 1 of the License Commission, and I'll see you at Planning Board next Wednesday. Good luck finding a place to live in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. That was out of the way. I want to jump down to, I think these will be fast, the festivals. And we have a pile of papers here. Okay, and I'm going to go first to, I'm a little confused why we have 2 applications. I'm going to go to Monica. And this is an informational hearing for the Stone Soul Festival. And you are the event organizer, Monica, is that correct?
I am not the event organizer. I am a vendor.
The
For the-
vendor. All right, we have you on our agenda as event organizer. Can you tell us what the difference is?
I have an application here,
Yeah,
provide to anyone that wants to sell, hog, pedal, anything at the festival. So I had contacted the head, which is Tracy Chappelle, that I wanted to become a vendor. And he sent me the application, and I was trying to do a beer counter. So I was instructed to come down to the city
yeah.
and fill out a one-day liquor license for me to vend beer for that day. So the event planner, I'm not sure who that person is. I've been in contact with Tracy Chappelle. His name is here on the application of the person to contact. That's what I can give you.
Okay, so you are the beer vendor.
Right.
Okay. Have you ever done this before?
I've never vended at a festival, no.
Okay. This is for September 3rd, 2021, which is a Friday. Is that
I'm gonna
correct?
put September 4th, which is the Saturday. The festival runs 3 days, which is
Yeah.
the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th, but I'm only gonna do one day, which would be the Saturday,
So it's the 4th.
the 4th.
I thought it was kind of odd that it was the 3rd. And so this is Saturday, September 4th.
Yes,
And is this 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.?
That's what we were trying to figure out, the hours. He didn't really give me any time. So I had stated I'd be there from 3 to 9. So
All
I'm
right.
not sure when the festival starts, but I would like to petition from 3 to 9.
So you are selling beer in your booth from
Yes.
3 to 9?
Right.
Okay. Now, tell us, we have to guarantee there's security, minors not being served, that kind of thing. And so you tell us how you are going to identify who is of age to purchase alcohol.
Absolutely. So what we are planning to do is have like a 2-counter system. We're going to card every single person. We're going to provide anyone that's over 21 with bands such as like this, something similar. We would also have maybe tickets. We would give maybe 2 tickets at a time. So we're not going to sell but 1 beer to each individual. And I'm going to see if we can somehow, we have security there. I'm going to have 2 people that are going to be our security. Somehow we can regulate it where they have 1 beer per hour. I was even thinking of doing some seating in a roped area so they could consume their beverage there. But absolutely, we're going to card every single person that comes up. And the idea was to do, like I said, the wristbands for anyone over 21.
So if I'm over 21, I get a non-removable wristband unless I cut
Absolutely.
it off with scissors, right?
Exactly.
And that's going to say I can have beer in my hand.
Absolutely.
Okay. Generally, at a festival like this, we do have a defined beer consumption, alcohol consumption area, like
Right.
you just described. So you can have your beer, socialize over here, but you can't walk way over there with it.
Absolutely.
All
Right.
So, and I imagine that since you're not the event organizer, you're not sure, but I am hoping that there will be police officers hired for this event. Barry, do you know if there are police officers hired for Stone Soul?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Yeah, usually is.
I believe so. So
Go ahead, Barry. Yeah.
Somebody's breaking up here. Are you talking, Barry?
yes, so I'm not, as far as the police officers, that's one of the stipulations that's on the entertainment, the event permit
Yeah.
that gets sent to all the city departments. So I
Okay.
don't see that. I have what you have is the
Oh.
application for the liquor.
right.
And basically what I write on that is they have to abide by the conditions of the event entertainment permit. And I know in previous years, this festival has always hired police officers.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, may I
So-
ask a question?
You certainly can.
Just to the individual who is presenting today, did you
Yes.
clearance that to sell alcohol at the festival? Because in the 31 year history, we've never sold alcohol at the Stone Soul Festival.
You're talking to Monica?
Yeah, that's the moniker.
Oh, I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
Did you get clearance from the Stone Soul Festival Committee in reference to sell alcohol? Because in the 31-year history, the Stone Soul has never sold alcohol.
When I did contact Tracy Chappelle, I do have text verification from him, what I was planning to do. And he said it shouldn't be a problem. And when he sent me the application.
I think there is a problem because it never came before the committee. I am on the committee and we've never received information that alcohol was going to be sold at the Stone Soul Festival.
Okay, so I did contact him and.
Yeah, I would hate for you to go through this whole process and then it picks up. But
Right.
it's up to you. But in the 31 history, alcohol has never been sold at the Stone Soul Festival. And that conversation has never come up at any of our meetings.
Okay, so maybe I should contact back to, I'm not sure who I should contact, because he's been my contact, Tracy.
Okay. So yeah, I think you really should try to follow up with him. Because
Okay, so
31-year history, that was always a problem with alcohol at the festival. And that's why they never authorized alcohol to be sold at the festival. But it never came up in our meetings.
okay, so I'll probably have to get back to him because from what he had said, he was like, shouldn't be a problem, but you're right. I can call him back and find out if they can present it at the meeting and see what they say. If it's a no, it's a no. I just thought it was, for me, a good idea. I know I've been to several festivals and I always attended, and it always was good to have a nice cold beer when I was attending.
Yeah, I understand. Now
Yeah,
we
good
have to go through this whole process and then it's kicked out.
Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate your time.
Well, hold on, Andrew, Monica, who is it you said you spoke with?
His name is Tracy Chappelle.
And Andrew, you know this person?
Yes, I do. Tracy Chappelle is the new program coordinator for Stone. So however, the manager is Jay Griffin.
Okay, so.
And I would think if alcohol was going to be sold, we just had a meeting yesterday. Yeah, that would probably have been one of the main items on the agenda, and that never came up.
Okay, I'm not sure how we should proceed here. The festival is the weekend after next,
Yes, it is.
and we don't have another license commission meeting between now and then. So Andrew, very good thing we have you here on our commission. Who has the authority to say, yes, this is okay?
That would have to come through the committee, the Stone Soul Festival Committee. And as I indicated, the manager is Jay Griffin.
J-A-Y?
That's correct.
Jay Griffin.
Gerald Griffin, G-E-R-A-L-D Griffin.
Oh, Gerald.
Tracy might not be aware, I understand, because this is his first year, and he probably didn't know.
Well, let's hold on, Monica, don't leave, because we have in the wings Ty Ward.
Right.
And Ty Ward, Mr. Ward, you are asking for an all alcohol license for the same Stone Soul Festival for the same day, September 4th, Saturday?
Yes, sir.
And your hours of service are 2 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yes, sir.
And with whom did you speak about this at the Stone Soul Committee?
I also did speak with Tracy Chappelle as well.
Oh,
He did
okay.
tell me that I believe he did speak with upper management about it. I believe he briefly spoke with them about it, and he said that it's like Monica said, it shouldn't be a problem as long as we get permission from the licensing commission.
Right. That's what I was told.
Okay. Well, this is a bit of a sticky wicket here. Hold on. Andrew, would you suggest that we approve the conditionally based on whether?
I'm on the phone right now with Jay Griffin.
Yes.
Who was the manager, and he indicated that no one had ever given the authority for that to happen.
And what are the chances between now and September 4th that they will give that permission?
Mr. Griffin is on the line right now.
Yes.
Can you hear Mr. Griffin?
Can you do me a favor? Can you? I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
I can't hear anything.
Say it again, Jay.
This is Jay Griffin.
Sir, we have a bit of confusion here between two vendors who are applying for beer and wine and one for an all alcohol license to sell at Stone Soul on the afternoon of September 4th. And they've spoken with someone other than you and kind of been given the indication that that's okay. And now Andrew is saying you might differ with that.
Well, there was a discussion, and the decision was made not to sell alcohol at the festival. I was told when Tracy met with some other.
It's 6 o'clock.
At the fire department, he asked what was the procedure, and I had told him that we were not going to have alcohol at the Stone Soul Festival. And he said, well, I was just asking questions. I didn't say we was going to do that. That caused some confusion because we almost didn't get our permit for the festival because of that.
Okay, so it sounds like this is not going to happen this year. Is that right?
That's right, not this year, for sure.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thanks for your
I
input.
don't have to do it.
To Monica and Ty, the director, what's his title, Andrew?
He is the manager of Stone Soul.
Manager of Stone
Founder
Soul.
and manager.
Manager of Stone Soul has said no alcohol this year. So
Okay.
I would suggest that, I realize this is disappointing, and I would ask the board to vote on returning your fees for your application fees for this because of this confusion. And perhaps next year you start a little early. I don't know when you started, but perhaps start a little earlier with Stone Soul in this discussion if you want to sell at Stone Soul. But
Okay.
for tonight, I will make a motion to deny the request for a one-day beer and wine license for Monica Waddell for Stone Soul Festival and a one-day all alcohol license for Tyrone Ward for Stone Soul, and that their application fees be refunded because of the confusion involved. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Signature. Sorry for the confusion, but the answer apparently from Stone Soul themselves is no this year.
Okay, thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you for coming and inquire about getting your refund for your application, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay. And I do not see Miss Fiore for Rose Entertainment, so let's go on to violations or, yeah.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
she was actually told not to appear today, so she will not be coming.
She was told not to appear?
Yes, sir.
By whom?
So I made a call, but it was after a discussion I had with Alicia. And it was her opinion that she shouldn't appear for this particular hearing.
Because she's not done with planning? or-
Yes, yeah.
Oh, all right, okay. So, yeah, there are many questions regarding this license request, and planning board asked for additional information, and I'm hoping she's able to provide it at the next hearing, and so they can vote one way or the other on it, or they may continue it again because there are a lot of unanswered questions from planning board. Okay, thank you, Namako. All right, so do you want to hear new violations, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, here we go. All right. Pub Disturbance on July 22nd. Officers responded to 520 Sumner Avenue, the Pub, for a disturbance. Officers located a female sitting on the floor of the bar holding her right shoulder. The female provided the officers with a description of the male suspect, and officers then attempted unsuccessfully to locate the male suspect. Officers later spoke to the female, who told them that this male walked toward her and punched her in the right side of her face, causing her to fall on her back and injure her shoulder. The female was treated on the scene for minor injuries by AMR ambulance. Officers also spoke to the bartender, who advised them that the victim was actively throwing beer bottles at other females with her sister. Bartender stated he attempted to remove both females from the establishment, but was unable to do so. Well, Pub is becoming quite the place for. Did they, Barry, do you know, did they call? Did Pub call?
A female patron called
Oh,
at the request of the bartender. So
oh,
they both said the same thing when I talked to them. It kind of happened quick. Once the female threw a bottle, the bartender tried to escort her out. As he did so, the sister started to throw bottles, and that's when he told the female patron sitting there to call the police. According to both of them, the police got there quickly. So it was a brief altercation. They provided video later. We reviewed the video. It's as they describe it. I would say it maybe lasts a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the most, before the officers arrive. So basically the female who got punched by a male got punched because she was throwing beer bottles. It was the end result. So our efforts to contact her weren't successful. She never returned my phone call or answered her phone. The bartender seemed to think they were possibly from out of town. They were here for a wake or funeral and had gone out afterwards. So these weren't regulars that were involved. And neither one has been back or will be allowed in if they go back. The two females that were throwing bottles.
Right. That's a good idea. Okay. Anybody see anything that the bar did wrong?
No.
No. So I would make a motion to take no action on this report. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez. You're on mute, Johnny. John, you're on mute.
Yes, sorry about that.
Commissioner Signature, yes. Okay, thank you. Frank's Package Store, it wouldn't be a license commission meeting without a Frank's Package Store story. August 5th, officers were dispatched to 11 Dickinson Street, Frank's Package Store, for a known male who was previously trespassed on his return to the property. Upon arriving, officers observed the male on the property and detained him. Officers verified the trespass order via the Records Bureau and placed the man in custody. Barry, this is our same visitor?
Same one. Yes, same male.
I always want to just stop by there and see if he's there on the way home. I make a motion to take no action. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mr. Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes,
Mr. Signature, yes. Okay, Mardi Gras. This is an interesting one. On August 6th, 2021 at 2:47 p.m. So this is mid-afternoon now we're talking. Officers were dispatched to 91 Taylor Street, the Mardi Gras, for an active disturbance in the parking lot. The calling party, later determined to be an employee of the Mardi Gras, provided a description of a female attacking people in the parking lot. As officers were approaching the exterior gated entrance to the Mardi Gras, they observed several people stopped near the entrance watching the commotion inside of the lot. Upon arrival, the officers observed several Mardi Gras employees holding a female down and noted that this female was screaming in a barbaric manner so loudly that they could hear her inside of the cruiser. The officer heard the female make threats to the employees, stating she would be returning to the club with bullets for them. Her behavior became increasingly erratic as officers attempted to gain control of her. She continued to threaten the staff with her actions, caused more people to stop and watch her antics. She was eventually placed into handcuffs and advised she was under arrest for disorderly conduct. Officers later spoke to the staff of the Mardi Gras and learned this female showed up for an audition for an exotic dancer position and became very angry when she was advised she would not be hired. The female became verbally aggressive and was asked to leave the property. The female refused and sat on the patio of the 350 Grill. She was again asked to leave the property, but instead became physically aggressive, chasing the employees through the parking lot, trying to punch them. The staff made attempts to gain control of her while simultaneously dodging her punches. She was eventually brought to the ground and restrained until officers arrived. While on the ground, she bit an employee on his left side near his rib cage and on his left forearm. These bites left noticeable redness, bruising, several punctures in their respective locations. Officers filed a trespass notice at the request of the staff. The female was transported to 130 Pearl Street for processing. She was charged with assault and battery, disorderly conduct, and threat to commit a crime. SPD requests these reports be. Well, that was an adventuresome afternoon, wasn't it? The bar called for this disturbance for a disgruntled non-hired employee. I don't see that they did anything wrong. Anybody differ?
no,
All right, I make a motion then to take no action on this violation report. Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Signature, yes. Okay, thank you. Is that it? Have I covered everything? Namako, how'd I do?
You did excellently great.
Okay, for our next hearing, I may have that same background Namako has, but mine will be real because I will be in Florida and I'm bringing my laptop and I will try to zoom in and hope we have Wi-Fi wherever I am. So with that said, I make a motion to adjourn until September 8th at 5:30. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Commissioner Cade,
Yes.
Commissioner Espinosa,
yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Signature, yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Andrew, for your
Thank you.
input on that.
Have a good vacation.